I'm going to take it back a little bit. We're going to go back maybe a month. So back then in June, there was the Summer Game Fest. I went to the Summer Game Fest. I hanged out. And as I went for the Summer Game Fest, I was traveling. I took the Embernick 35XX SP with me, and I did a video on it. And it was called The Best. It is basically the Embernick is the best for travel. And so during that time, after the next day, I was out there. I went to the SoCal Gaming Expo, and that was a convention, and it was really cool because it had some old games and stuff, and I was able to pick quite a few things up. Now, while I was out there, I picked up I forgot what store it was, but they had a box of like almost like broken consoles or consoles that ain't even working, that they was basically just selling. Who wants to get it? So I saw an Xbox in there. I said, okay, well, how much is this Xbox? And and they told me, and I got it for super duper cheap, and I was very excited to get it. And they told me, my question was, did it come on? That was my biggest question, because maybe there's possibly a chance that I can get this thing back and I can kind of fix it. I'm not saying that I'm like a professional at fixing things, but I like tampering around with devices. If you guys see how I do things, I just have it bad at explaining things. That's just it. So I grabbed it, and it's been sitting here for a while because I had other stuff that I wanted to do, and also other content that I wanted to get to show you guys, because there was also other handhelds that came in, and I was super excited about doing those and stuff like that. So at this point, I wanted to tamper around with this thing, and I'll just tell you how much I got. I got it for $20. I got it for super cheap, for $20, and I'm really happy that I got it. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and try to fix it. First, I'm going to try to fix it. Then I'm going to unlock it. Okay. But I want to also do it a bit further. So I got this hard drive. Now, my original Xbox that I have, mine is unlocked. Everything else is good. But I also got a bigger size hard drive. It's my Xbox is not SSD. It's just the original, but it has a bigger hard drive. This one, I want to go a little bit further by trying to use an SSD. I'm going to try to do this. There was some I'm going to try to attempt to see if I can fix this up and go from here. I don't want to call this a tutorial video. I guess I just want you guys to like at least be able to see the progress, and maybe you guys can try this too if you want. That's up to you. Or if I mess up, at least that you guys can help me out by telling me, hey, watch out for this, or do this, or do that, and I understand. So I totally understand. So this is just an adventure of this old Xbox that I wanted to tamper around with. So all right, let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. First off, before I do anything, we're going to go ahead and test this thing out. So what I have right here, I am using the Xbox to HDMI converter. This is a very simple little piece. I use it for my original Xbox that I have, and I love it. So this is what I'm going to use, and we're going to go ahead and turn this thing on and test this thing out to make sure that it's at least working, and see what's the problem is, and maybe why they sold it for so cheap. So first off, I had to test it out. So now that I got this plugged up, let's see. All right, so we got a picture, we got our dashboard, so everything looked like it's working. I guess it won't eject. So what I did, I made like a little thing off of a paper clip that I always have. It's like a little tool, and I usually use this for phones too. So if I need to like take out the SD card or something. So now we got to eject. So I need to look at this band right here. So me, because I had the same problem with my original Xbox. And so what I did, I took out the band, and this is what I used from my original Xbox, and I haven't had not one problem. I mean, the ghetto rubber bands, straight up, the old school rubber bands, So I got that. So now I got it working, but the CD or DVD drive, it does not work. So I tried to clean it and see if it works, but this thing completely completely just don't work. I almost was like, okay, so I end up getting another Xbox. I found another Xbox, but this one, I completely got jit for this one because that one just completely just doesn't even work. I mean, I was like, screw it. So I almost just like, I didn't want to. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. What I did, I washed everything, and well, at least the top part of the case, but I dusted out the bottom because this thing was super duper dusty. And I mean, I don't know if it had like bugs in it or something, but this thing was like just covered in like yeah, it had never been open. After I did that, I had got my USB to the Xbox controller port to USB cable, which I already had. So you also have to delete all your stuff that's up. I want to delete everything that was on this particular Xbox. So I did this, and thank goodness for this website right here. This website taught me so much because I thought that I was going to give up on creating modding this thing because I really thought that I had to use the CD or the Splinter Cell for it, but no, because of stuff like this, because of this, I was able to, and I wanted to try out the SSD and see after I got through modding it or whatever, or soft modding it if you want to call it. But this particular program, you can do a lot of stuff. And so I wasn't able to do my SSD, so I ended up getting a 500 gig hard drive because you have to have compatible hard drives, and I didn't know that either. So I ended up getting this 500 gig hard drive, and it works with no problems. I was able to get it through. So I gave the lid to wifey to go ahead and come up with some give it some funky colors, and I just thought it was like kind of cool. So she had fun just doing this little project and painting it, and it was just like, I was like, wow, because at first she was gonna do like an all red, but she ended up like messing around with that yellow, and it just blended right in. It looks really, really nice, and I'm so glad, because see, at that point when I know that I was like about to give up, I was, and I'm able to utilize this as I don't know if you want to say all digital, I don't want to say that, but to be able to FTP this console and the games to the console without using the CD drive, that was fantastic. And there's plenty of videos out there to show you how to do this. If you guys want me to show you, I was thinking about doing my original Xbox, basically doing the whole thing and like updating, like, and getting like a bigger hard drive and stuff. I just let me know in the comments, because this is not a how-to video. This is just showing you exactly the adventure that I did. I had a bunch of footage, so I wanted to shrink everything down to where that I just wanted to just kind of showcase of the things that I did and some discoveries that I learned as I was just messing around with this thing. And I was able to do like the skins and the background is, and there's a spot where it's like for gamers, and it's like a setup that I was able to do, and I was able to download my own background and everything. And trust me, there's a lot of tutorials out there on how to do this. I can show you guys, but it took me a minute, and I believe now, and let me know in the comments, because I believe now I can probably maybe teach you guys how to do it. I don't know. I'm just like, I know there's better people out there who can explain a lot better than I can. But if you guys really want me to, I can try to just show you guys how to set this up. And there was even like a download for Killer Instinct by itself, the arcade version, and also some of these homebrews of these games that like Zelda and stuff like that. I just thought it was just like so cool, and I'm quite sure you can find these games if you just look them up and be able to find the ROMs to them. But to have like its own spot to where you can actually download these games, and also your emulators and stuff like that, and to still be able to play your original Xbox games through here. I mean, like, for real, just play all your Xbox games on the console and enjoy yourself with the emulators and everything to make like this ultimate Xbox, where it's like a one-stop go-to, and even your skins. And I wanted to show you guys Star Wars The New Hope background. That looks off the chain, but I just didn't want to get in trouble for it, so I just wanted to show you like the different skins that they had, just a couple of them. Nintendo 64 works really, really good. I had no problems with it, and you could do a bunch of settings on here to where that you can change some stuff. You can change the aspect and everything. So I really enjoyed this adventure because of being able to discover so many things with this Xbox that I did not even know. Because my first Xbox that I did, and I did all of the soft modding and everything else, but years have passed and there's so many new things and new discoveries with the original Xbox. It's so awesome. It's so amazing. So if you're able to get you or find you an original Xbox, and even with this idea like this, if you're able to find an Xbox that maybe the DVD drive doesn't work, it's just maybe to inspire you to say, you know what, I can keep this thing because it's still working. I got a dashboard and I can go ahead and mod this thing. I can figure this out. There's other videos out there that can show you exactly how to do this. And just like I said, just let me know in the comments if you guys want me to like teach you how to do it. And it's amazing. Just like I said, but to see this type of setup, and I love this console, the way it looked, to see it. And you see I even put the sticker on the front, the little Sonic, and just showing like, you know, like, okay, well, oh well, it doesn't work. So basically it just keeps going. But if you guys made it this far, I truly appreciate it. And let me know in the comments, what's some of your favorite games that was on the original Xbox that you love? It's so many games that's not even available on the other platforms that's supposed to be backwards compatible that you can't find. It's so wild. Even on the 360, there's so many classic games that's digital that we can't find no more. And even some of our physical games that we ain't gonna be able to see no more. And to see this and to bring this back on this console, and with this little HDMI plug, that just makes everything just looks amazing. And I love it though. I really enjoyed doing this. I had so much footage, but I had to shrink this down, just like I said before. But there was I had an adventure, and it took me a couple of weeks just to get used to everything by studying, reading, figuring out everything, and looking. I didn't just watch videos. I literally was just reading everything, reading the directions on how to do it, and then start coming up with my own ideas on how to set this thing up. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. And from gamer to gamer, thanks for watching.